Everyone clap your hands for Greg Bartusiak.
What's going on, Zanies? How you guys doing? All right, you guys seem awesome, man. Hell yeah. Anyone wear smartwatches in the room? Were you a smartwatch crowd? No? I'll tell you, I think smartwatches are convenient, okay? They'll keep track of your steps throughout the day. That's pretty cool. You know, before wearing a smartwatch, I would just have to keep a tally on my arm. That was a terrible situation. Smartwatches will keep track of your health goals, your weight goals, if you're in good shape and all of that, right? Before wearing a smartwatch, I would just go to my mother's house. You know, she would tell me all of that. I think smartwatches are inconvenient sometimes, you know, with like a newborn baby, if an infant is sick, right? Sometimes a mother will take a thermometer, put it up a baby's butt to take its temperature, right? Yeah, nowadays you got to stick a whole smartwatch up a baby's ass? What's that about, dude? I don't get it, man. I was on my way over here. You've probably seen these billboards in Chicago. They have like these reassuring messages as if they're speaking right to you. There's one that's all over the city. It says, "You are beautiful," right? You seen this one? That's a nice reassuring message, right? I was driving the other day. I did see another sign. It just said, "Smile." Little condescending. We'll go with that, though. It's okay. Next billboard I drove past just said, "Hey, sugar tits." Like, that's a little aggressive. It's a little too much, man. I was listening to the radio when I was in the car, and Joe Montana, famous football quarterback, Joe Montana's doing a commercial for a website about pneumonia information, all right? And he goes, for more information, go to knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW, pneumonia.com. Joe, we need help with that second word, man. We need help with that one, man. You guys seen these Cybertrucks on the road? Cybertrucks? Yeah, right. So my friend told me actually the Cybertruck reminds him of like the modern day Hummer, right? Modern day Hummer. I agree. Only difference is that I didn't get a Cybertruck from your mom last night, so it's a little different, man. You ever hear the phrase, if someone ever overdoses on drugs, you might have heard the phrase that they did enough drugs to kill a horse. Enough drugs to kill a horse, right? You would imagine in that instance, this person did as much drugs as a horse would have to do in order to die, right? I'd like to think there was a person out there that did as much drugs to go, let's go kill a fucking horse. It's a lot of drugs. You ever hear if someone tests positive for cocaine on a work drug test, right? They might have eaten a poppy seed bagel. You seen this situation? Yeah, so to bypass that whole ordeal, I've just been sprinkling cocaine on my bagels in the morning. Just skip a step. I don't know if you heard this. There was a zoo in China last year. Got in trouble for trying to pass off dogs as pandas. You guys see this? Yeah, they took these dogs, they gave them haircuts, they dyed their hair, put them in the panda enclosure. The most surprising part of that story was that there was a zoo in China with dogs left to spare. That's the craziest part. You were all thinking it. All right. I was in New York City last year. Did you see that New York City last year had that live video portal? It was a live video feed in the center of New York City, going to the center of Dublin, Ireland, right? Yeah, it was meant for good things, you know, people to wave to each other across the world, show peace signs, whatever. No, that's not what happened, all right? People were mooning each other through the camera, flipping each other off, you know. At one point, there was an OnlyFans model from New York, went up to the camera, flashed her boobs to the people of Dublin, right? Yeah, people were upset by that, myself included, because I, subscribed to her on OnlyFans. You're telling me I could have just flown to Dublin and seen those tits for free, dude? Come on. Try and find some solutions here, man. Anyone looked at their old LinkedIn profile lately and just wondered what happened? Just me? I don't know, man. I used to have hopes and dreams. Now I'm doing stand-up, you know? I keep getting notifications that people are checking my profile out or asking to friend request me. I feel like at this point I'm just catfishing them with a 10-year younger version of myself, all right? I used to be young and gullible and thought I could get a job in the field I wanted. How stupid is that, man? How dumb, man. I'm addicted to my phone, I realized. I'm addicted. Anyway, I've seen a lot of the internet on my phone. I've seen the entire internet at this point on my phone, you know? Don't upload anything tomorrow. I don't want to start a new season. I'm so addicted to my phone. I got a notification said I used my phone 5.5 hours last week while driving. So that's not good, guys. You gotta fix that. I've been on Twitter a lot lately. My Twitter feed is just basically this. It's people getting knocked out in fight videos, and in the comments section, women saying that their OnlyFans is now free. You know. It's crazy the amount of porn on Twitter. The amount of porn on Twitter is crazy that I watched. You know, there's a lot. People are scared that Elon Musk has their social security information. I'm scared he's got my Twitter like history. Okay, I don't want anyone to see that, dude. I don't know, man. Anyone still do photo albums? You guys still carry photo albums, physical photo albums? No, it's all digital. We all do digital now, right? You know, photo albums, you could have memories from like events, birthdays, graduations, whatnot. Now I still have that all in my phone. Just scattered in between is like pictures of burgers I've eaten and parlays I've lost. Okay. I feel like right now male friendships is just showing each other your parlays. You know. I don't know what my friend does for work or where he lives, but he likes the Pacers, so we got one thing in common. I don't think I'm addicted to gambling, to sports gambling. I can limit my spending, right? Whenever I'm in public, I just have to show you my parlays, okay? Don't worry, put me in a social setting. I got to show you what's going on FanDuel. My girlfriend doesn't have to worry about me hitting on women at the bars, you know? Because instead I'm telling them, Victor Wembanyama needs 5 more points. You hear that there was an election betting app last year? You could bet on election results. I think it's a great idea, you know? You vote one way, you bet the other, disappointment cancels out, okay? It's called hedging your bets. You know, I had a friend actually accuse me of voting for Trump this past election. A friend of mine, longtime friend of mine, accused me of voting for Trump, which I think is crazy, you know? We grew up together, we went to high school together, I've known him for like 15 plus years. It's crazy to me that he thinks that I voted, you know? That's the craziest part. It's like he barely knows me, dude. I think porn's hilarious. I was watching a porn with a man and a woman because that's what I'm into. They were going at it, right? At one point, the woman says, "Oh, it's so big," as they like to say, right? You know what I'm talking about? She says, "Oh, it's so big," and then she follows it up a second later with, "That's what she said." You can't say "that's what she said" during sex, because that's like when you say it, right? And 2, you can't say "that's what she said" when you're the one who said it, okay? So if you guys want the link to the porn parody of The Office, let me know. I'll send it your way, all right? It's called Dunder Milfin, all right. I think porn's getting too realistic, man. Porn's too realistic because it's all stepmoms banging their sons, you know? No one's banging a delivery driver or a plumber anymore. Because nobody wants to work these days, you know? Titles are going to get too specific, man. You're going to have titles like Stepmom Bangs Son Working From Home During Zoom Team Meeting. Hot couple has sex in driverless car that runs over pedestrian. Hot CEO bangs hybrid work model employee on his day in the office. Parentheses Thursday. You know, very specific, man. All right. I like how at the end of the year, a lot of your apps will give you a notification. Check out your year in review. You know, check out what you did on the year on the app. Certain apps, it's cool. Spotify, you can see what music you listen to. Snapchat, you can see videos you sent to your friends. That's cool. I got a notification to check out my year in review from FanDuel Sportsbook. All right? That's not a year you want to look back on. Next thing, you're going to get notifications from other apps like Uber Eats, like, you bought 300 chicken sandwiches this year. I don't need to know that, man. Another one's like, you watched 2,000 hours of grandma porn. Like, okay, Pornhub. I thought I was in incognito mode, you know? Another one's like, you sent out 250 messages to potential matches, and none of them responded to you. All right, well, thanks for reminding me, Grindr. I'm out of here. Thank you.